5-year anniversary is less than a month away. How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Rainbow Star coming at you with another Dokkan Battle video, and today I want to talk to you guys about everything you need to know about the 5-year anniversary that's coming to global in early July. So, some of the first things that we're gonna get is all these new story events. We got new Dragon Ball, Infinite Dragon Ball History, new Boss Rush. The Whis equipment items are finally coming to global. They should have been here for a little while. They should have come on Saiyan Day so that we had the same celebration as JP, but they kind of dropped the ball on that for no reason. The new, this Zamasu that awakens into LR, like Goku Black Zamasu kinda, and then Easy A's as well. So obviously you want to farm this guy up as much as you can. Then we have the new story event for Goku, Kid Broly, and Kid Vegeta, and you can farm both Kid Broly and Kid Vegeta. And then the Frieza like enrollment event, which is kind of like the punching bag event, very similar, where I believe you can get like stones and stuff like that. So it's obviously really good. But one of the first things I want to talk about is the tickets that Global is currently getting. When you do, there's like the advanced missions that are happening from now basically until the start of the anniversary, and then there's the weekly missions as well, using support items and stuff like that. And then the advanced ones are like training a certain amount of times, logging in a certain amount of days, using a certain amount of stamina, and then one other one that I can't remember. Those tickets are going to be for this banner most likely. The just regular ticket banner, obviously there is like LRs on this banner as well. Yeah, they got like Tech Broly, Kale Caulifla, the GT Trio, all these guys. All those LRs are going to be on here as well. It's the same thing that they do for every anniversary, where it's kind of just like a ticket summon, where even the featured units are not that bad. Like, this Vegeta's solid, this Trunks is still okay, this Mai's really good, Kale and Caulifla are really good. Like, this entire top row is very solid. And then it gets a little bit worse as you go down. But still, like, this is what it's going to be for, and obviously with those 55 summons, there's going to be people pulling free LRs, and I'm hoping your boy pulls this man right here. Obviously. He's my #1 target, and hopefully I can pull him so that I do not have to use my gold coins to buy him, because I want to use those to get what's his name, LRUI Goku, obviously. But I just want to make sure people don't believe that those 55 tickets are accounting for this one. These are completely separate. These are what you'll be getting by completing missions throughout the entire campaign, throughout the entire 5-year anniversary. I'm sorry. And this is where you get the guaranteed LR at the final step of the summon. This banner is god awful though, but it's all for the LR at the end. Again, hopefully your boy pulls Tech Broly. But I just wanted to clear those up and make sure that people didn't think that those 55 tickets were for that instead of just the normal ticket banner. So, this Zamasu is a very, very good unit, actually. Like, he's actually solid for just being like the TUR of a free-to-play LR. He's actually very solid. He's definitely like a unit that if you wanted to grind separately to keep him, you definitely could, because he's on Secret of the Dragon Balls, which needs the help. Which I do not believe his awakened form is actually on, is it? Let me just pop that open real quick. Is he on it? Oh, he is. Okay, that's odd. That Seekers of the Dragon Ball is somebody that actually used the Dragon Balls. Interesting. But besides that, also, I believe with the 5th anniversary coins that they give out every year, you're now able to buy the other version's reward characters. So during the like bunch of Global versus JP events, there's been like the winner gets one card and the loser gets another card. Like it's this Hercule and a Cell, this Goku, and then like a beat up Frieza. this Yamcha and the pink shirt Vegeta. And then this Goku is the login bonus, like the Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and 4 Gokus for the 1 through 4 year anniversary. It's Blue Goku for this year. Then obviously we got the big dogs themselves. We got LR Gogeta and LR Vegeta. Two of the top 3 units in the game, depending on your own preference. I personally consider UI Goku better than them, but if we're considering, like, if you're talking about just straight up damage and being able to just destroy your enemy, these guys are who you're going to be looking at. So Vegito, before he transforms, 70% attack and defense, 3 ki when attacking, and launches an additional attack with a medium chance of becoming a super attack. They both have that in base form. They both have the exact same thing. Then he has a high chance of evading enemies' attack in the 3rd attack in the turn, and then transform when conditions are met. Again, same thing with this guy. But then, when they transform, is when they get absolutely fucking insane. So, raising attack and defense, and then raising defense on their Mega Colossal, both very good on both of them. Makes them defend a lot better after they super attack. I do believe it's like a 20% defensive raise, or something like that. I'm not sure if that's the number. I believe no. Yeah, it's a 30% defensive raise for 1 turn, which is yes, right here. Then they get 77% attack and defense at the start of turn. Both of them do, and then Vegito gets 2 ki when he launches an additional super attack. Just play it flat out in the first slot, and then he also builds 1 ki and 7% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 5 ki and 77% attack and defense as the first or second attacker in the turn. Gogeta does the exact same thing, but he gets 5 ki when he supers, and then he is super effective against all types in the first 2 slots. And then they both have the exact same thing where they launch an additional super attack and have a high chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, as the 3rd attacker in the turn. They both have that, which is very, very good. So, and then they have their active skills, where they both have the exact same thing again. They greatly raise their attack temporarily and cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and then can be activated when facing one enemy whose HP is 50% or less, starting for the next attacking turn only. So basically, these guys come out turn 4, and then you can use it on turn 6. So the thing about these guys is, what's absolutely broken, Vegito, I believe this unit right here can put out the single most damage in a single turn with luck. So what happens is that whenever you use the active skill, it activates a part of their passive. So say you wanted to use this guy's active skill. Say you put him in the 3rd slot. That will activate this second part of his passive right here. So for the rest of the turn, he has a 50% chance to dodge, and he gets that additional super attack. But you can put him in the first or 2nd slot after that. So it actually allows him to dodge in the 1st and 2nd slot as well after using his active skill. But then, say you get him a 24 ki super attack. He launches that. Then, because he's the 1st and 2nd attacker in the turn, he launches another super attack. And then, because you use this active skill in the 3rd slot, you get this additional super attack. And then you can get his hidden. You have a very high chance of getting a hidden potential system one as well, because he's attacked 3 times now. So he can attack. He can have his active skill go off, and then his 18 ki super, and then 3 12 ki supers, all of which were raising his attack and defense. So that means he's hitting harder on each of those. And Gogeta can do the exact same thing, but but they can both attack 5 times in that turn, but Gogeta will have 1 normal attack in there, while Vegeta will have that super attack. It's possible that you can count Gogeta as actually having more damage because of the super effective against all types mechanic, which gives like a 1.5 times to the normal damage when calculated. These guys just put out so much damn damage, it's insane. But then we also have Bardock and Guinea, and then Trunks and Mai, who are also both very good units. Bardock and Guinea, they greatly raise their attack and defense for a turn, 100% attack and defense, and 3 key, plus an additional 100% attack and defense when an ally whose name includes Goku is on the team, obviously excluding Goku Jr. and Captain Ginyu. And then they get an additional 100% attack when there's a movie bosses category enemy, and then additional 3 key and 100% attack, and perform a critical hit against an enemy whose name includes Frieza. That's insane. They can get up to 200% defense and 400% 200% defense and 400% attack, and guaranteed supers because they get 3 key and 3 key. These guys are insane. And then they give they have an active skill which removes all allies' status effects, which I actually did not know that it did, and then gives a 22% attack to all allies for 2 turns, just like B-Pan, but it's for 2 turns, and can be activated when HP is 80% or less, starting from the 4th turn of battle. So these guys are very good. And then so are these guys, who have a 3rd turn Mafuba, which is insane. But these guys they're built very similarly, greatly raising attack and defense for 1 turn. Attack and defense plus 100%, 3 key, and 100% when there is an ally whose name includes Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So the blue Gokus, blue Vegetas, blue Vegetos, blue Gogeta, any of them. And then gets an additional 100% when there's a Future Saga category enemy, and then 3 key and 100% when there's a Zamasu or Goku Black category enemy. Obviously very good. And then he raises his attack on his active skill by 628% temporarily, performs a critical hit, stuns the enemy, halves own defense within the same turn, and can be activated when your team has an ally who includes Trunks Team Future, Trunks Future, or My Future, attacking in the same turn, starting from the 3rd turn of battle. Insane. They're absolutely insane. Guaranteed stuns, guaranteed critical hits, but then they lower their own defense, which is not the worst. It could be a lot worse, but it's not the worst. But yeah, both of those guys are absolutely insane. I don't think I wanted to do that, but we'll see. Might have to open something back up real quick. But again, the thing about these guys is that their banners are absolutely insane. So these are, I would say Vegeto's is probably the single best banner in Dokkan history. Seriously. So he's top 3 in the game. Then you have arguably, no, I don't even think it's arguably, the most, what is it called? The most valuable, there you go. The most valuable unit in Dokkan, in this guy, who has 12 categories now, I believe. You have Trunks and Zamasu, who are both really good. This guy's fodder, so don't worry about him. LR Vegeto is still extremely good. You have the best EZA and best TUR in the game right here. This Merge Zamasu is solid. I'd say he's above solid. He's really good. And then this Vegeto can still hold his own, even though he's the 2nd best Vegeto in the game. And then this Trunks and Mai. Insane. And then the Gogeta banner got shafted a little bit, but it's still really good. You have, obviously, Gogeta. You have Incel, who's, I believe, probably the most underrated unit in the game. Yes, he doesn't have the best links or the best team, but he's, a top 5 unit in Extreme Super Battle Road, which is the hardest events in the game. And this guy absolutely dominates in there. I would say, that makes him very valuable by himself. And that, especially because he's on a 4-key leader skill as well, which helps a lot. And then you have Broly and Gogeta, who are both really good. LR Gogeta, who's still very solid. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has aged has aged a bit because he doesn't have defense, but that super attack counter mechanic is insane. This guy is going to be getting an easy A because we are going to be moving into the 120 easy A soon, which is crazy. This guy is probably also a top 5 unit in Extreme Super Battle Road because he gets rid of, because he lowers all enemies' attack by 40% for that turn, which is insane. And then this guy is still crazy good as well. So both of these banners are insane, and that's again what gives these guys so much, like, even more value. So besides all of that stuff with those guys, we move down here. There's a special Ultimate Clash, which I believe is like Trunks arc related. I'm not 100% sure about that though. Then we have all of these events get like changed up a little bit. So Zamasu, you can now awaken him to an LR. And then Broly and Vegeta, you can awaken and Easy A as well, which is very good. I believe it's an Easy A area, but it's not like a hard one at all. So, oh, I know what I changed out now. This guy. So this guy. So I'm just gonna talk about his Extreme Z Awakened form because it's not hard to get, and he's probably the single easiest LR to get in the game. Because all you have to do is grind him and his medals, which it's not a lot of medals either, especially because there's an increased drop rate for, I believe, Future Saga category enemies, or well, Future Saga category units that you bring. But look at this: 3 key and 100% to Time Travelers, which is very good. Time Travelers is a very strong team. Then he does colossal damage and lowers attack and defense, and then he raises his own attack and defense on 18 key super. But the thing is, 18 key supers are not like hard to get for this guy because he gets 59% attack and defense, and then he gets 1 key per attack received up to 6. So 6 attacks, and he gets 6 key, which automatically puts him at 12. And then he still has Fear and Faith, Shattering the Limit, Dismal Future. Like, he has solid key links, so he's not going to be worrying for any type of key at all. Then he launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies, so that makes him very good in Battlefield. No, not Battlefield, Super Battle Road. And then he gets an additional 20% attack and defense for each final blow delivered. So basically, if he kills an enemy, he gets 20% attack and defense up to an extra 59%. So this guy does very well in Extreme Super Battle Road. You have him kill an enemy, and he gains this. And because he has an even higher chance of killing the enemy, because he has a chance of launching 2 super attacks that turn, because he's facing multiple enemies. He's very good in there. And he's very good in long events as well, because if you're able to finish off phases with him, you're able to build this up, and he does very, very well. He's extremely good on the first LR EZA ever, and it opens up the door for a lot that they're able to do in the future. Like, I'm waiting, the person that I'm waiting for the most is LR Piccolo, because I feel like they can make him, they're not going to give him any attack, but they'll be like, okay, he gets 100% defense, and he gives all allies 70% defense. So he gets 170% defense with his insane defensive stat, and then gives everybody 70% defense. Like, I feel like that would make him insane. Like, as basically, as well as a free Rainbow LR as well. So, absolutely crazy. Then we have Kid Broly. So once he Easy A's, he's a pure Saiyan and Int type lead. He raises his attack and defense with a medium chance of stunning. Then he gets 70% attack and defense and disables guard, which is okay. It's not crazy, but it's okay. He gets a medium chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, and then deliver the final blow to recover 20% HP at the end of turn. Very good. This guy's definitely extremely solid. He has Prepared for Battle. He has Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Shattering the Limit, Innocence, Prodigies, Tough as Nails. His link set isn't bad, but he's only on 2 teams, which kind of sucks. But again, he's a very solid unit. And then Kid Vegeta and Raditz, again, a unit that we don't have in this game. Like, it's a completely new name. After the Easy 8 join forces, and they raise their attack and lower the enemy's attack on super attack. 70% attack and defense, 1 key and 20% attack and defense, and a chance of performing a critical hit, plus 10% per Pure Saiyan's category ally self-excluded, attacking in the same turn, so they can get an additional 40% attack and defense and 20% chance to crit, which is very good. And then they launch an additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack when the team has another joined forces category ally attacking the same turn. So say you run these guys next to LR, Kale, and Khalifa. That's a very, very strong rotation, especially with both of them having prepared for battle. I believe both of them have Shattering the Limit as well. Let me actually check that so I'm not putting out false information. No, LR, Kale, and Khalifa have Fierce Battle. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. But still, I think that's a very solid rotation on both Pure Saiyans and Joined Forces. So let's move down a little bit, and then we get down to the secondary big dogs during the celebration. The LR Broly trio and LR Rose. So these guys, obviously, their banner is dog shit. So you have these two, but it's a 12-unit banner with 2 featured LRs. So if you're gonna pull a featured unit, you have a 1 in 6 chance of pulling an LR, which is very good, as long as you're not looking for one specific. Zamasu and Gowasu, very good. This Broly and Paragus, very good. Enraged Broly, very good. Both the God Goku and Vegeta are pretty solid. And then everybody, like, this guy's okay, but then these guys are trash, basically. This guy's a solid support unit, especially if you don't have Dokkan Fest Beerus, which, again, should be coming during, like, right before the 5-year anniversary. It's actually announced in-game right now. I don't recommend anybody summon on this banner, but I can't tell you not to. This right here, well, let me just do this. This dog right here, this is the single best, like, SSR art in the game. I don't care what anybody says. This is beautiful. He's he's an amazing unit. So is Broly. Broly's more gimmicky. Rose is just pure damage. But, again, this is a very strong banner. These guys are insane. So, Broly... Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So, Broly... Where are we at? There we go. Is a movie boss lead and extreme physical. He greatly raises defense and greatly raises attack and defense, and then he lowers attack on his 12-key super. He's a nuking LR with 15% attack and defense per key orb obtained, and then an additional 5% attack and defense and 2 key if you get 2 or more physical key spheres. And then all allies get 39% attack if 2 or more AGL or STR key spheres are obtained, and then 39% defense if 2 or more tech or intelligence key spheres are obtained, and then he gets a 100% chance to dodge if you get 7 or more key spheres. So you can let this guy basically do whatever you want, but he does need to get 2 key spheres. He can either hit like a truck, or help out the entire team, or get a full chance to dodge. Link's skills is kind of weird. How they get Brainiacs, Rival Duo, even though there's 3 of them, Cold Judgment, even though, again, I don't think there's any Cold Judgment in any of these guys. Big Bad Bosses is really weird. Shocking Speed, okay. Fierce Battle, okay. Legendary Power, okay. But they're only on movie bosses and joint forces, which sucks. Movie bosses is their only actual team. But yeah, these guys are absolutely insane. And then Rose is just the big dog of damage. He greatly raises his defense on both of his super attacks. He gets 66% in attack and defense, and then 6% attack per key meter. So, like, say you get him an 18 key super attack, that's 6 times 18, and then it's up to 120, which is going to be his 20 key. So at 20 keys when he stops gaining attack, and then he gets 2 key per final blow delivered, up to 6. So it's the same thing with the LR Goku Black Zamasu, and then he recovers 6% HP at the end of turn when an attack is received. So that's really good. And then he has the best rage and grade 8 mechanic in the game, where you can get it at 66% attack or less, 66% HP or less, starting from the 6th turn. It is hard to get, but If you get it, he demolishes everything. He gets an additional key per key sphere, so you only need 3 to get him a super attack, or 2 int. And then he's super effective against all types. He's insane. Like, that's just unfair. And then he has, like, the best KO screen where he's, like, sitting there like this. Is just like, bitch, what you want? But, yeah, those guys are, like, the secondary big dogs. I feel like Global will be getting top grossing for these guys because JP didn't. Because I believe there was a lot of shit going on when these guys came out. Like, especially with, like, Legends and other... Like, I feel like... Yes, there was a Demon Slayer collab with another game that was already, like, one of the biggest games in Japan. So, like, you get, like, the biggest anime in Japan right now and then one of the biggest games and put them together. Obviously, they're going to get top grossing. So that's why JP didn't get it, but I feel like Global could. And then Goku Black gets his Easy A, and then after that, we go into stuff... So this opens up a lot. I feel like they could be moving towards getting the games on the same schedule, because this is the same thing as last year, where this was Kid Goku, but we got him before. But the thing is, we don't really have anything that we're supposed to be getting afterwards now. Because if you really scroll down, we're going to be getting these guys right now, which I'm going to summon on a little bit, because I'm really, really hoping to pull Tech Broly on this as well. Like, I just want to get Tech Broly at this point, just so I don't have to spend my coins on him. Then the World Tournament. Then we already got this. This was a joint celebration. We already have him. We're getting this. We don't know when we're going to be getting this guy. And then this is going to be the Thanksgiving celebration. Like, the thank you celebration on Global. That's what this is going to be. So we already know when we're going to be getting that. We don't know when we're going to be getting these guys. His Easy A. We already have your Easy A. Another World Tournament. And then Kefla. And then that's all. Like, literally the only person that we don't know who we're getting is Kefla. And, like, so we're really not missing anything. And then, so it's going to be, I feel like we could get the 5-year anniversary. Then we go and get Kefla. And then we go into the 350 million download celebration. So, like, by the time we're done with the 350 million download celebration, there's only going to be maybe 1 unit that we, like, 1 or 2 units that Global doesn't have that JP does have, besides the Goten and Trunks, and besides the Gotenks and Boo. We know when we're getting them. So, it's possible that, like, there's 2 possibilities. That we're either going to start getting Global and JP on the same schedule, or they're just gonna give Global a very bad dry period. Those are the only 2 options. Because it could give us just a month of not getting anything if they want to, which it would just be absolutely stupid. But yeah, that is everything that you guys need to know about the 5-year anniversary. There should be a lot of stones coming. I believe the calculations were around 800. It could be more, it could be less, depending on top grossing. But yeah, there's a lot coming for Global. I hope you guys have saved up, because I have not. But yeah, good luck on all of your guys' summons with this kind of stuff. Make sure to do all your missions to get your 55 extra summons. You could be getting free LRs off of that. But yeah, there it is, you guys. Make sure to grind this stuff as much as you can. But there it is, you guys. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Until next time, deuces.